Hey guys, it is Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Got a great one for you today. We're going to learn how to play YYZ by Rush. So I'm going to take care of all the parts of the song except for Alex Lifeson's solo. I'm going to take care of that one in the next video. So I'm going to split it up into 2 videos. We have enough notes for this one. But you know, we got some repeated parts, so it's not going to take forever to learn. But it does have some really tricky riffs in it, so hold on tight here. So we're in standard tuning, and I'm just going to start with this intro, which has kind of a strange timing, but if you know how to count, know the exact counts of how many times you hit the notes, which I'll let you know, it's pretty easy to do. So it sounds like this. All right, so it's just that repeated. Now what we're going to be doing here is it's really based off, well, it is based off a tritone here, and you're going to play the first note here on the 3rd fret of the A string. So you're just going to hit that once and then go down to the F sharp at the 2nd fret on the low E string there. So this, all right, so that's the beginning. So basically you hit the 3rd fret once. Now when you go back to the 3rd fret here, hit it 3 times. And then back to the low E string note. So we have this. Now you see that I'm kind of muting it here or there, kind of making a staccato except for the very last hit of the 3. So we have this. Now we go back to the 3 again and play it 4 times. So we do that 4 times, and then the very last time there, after you've played that note 4 times, you do a quick down down. So it's a little quick 16th note there. So we basically have 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 hits on the low E. So you just take that and just repeat it. So it's kind of weird when you really slow it down and try to get it slow. Up to speed. All right, so it basically does like 9 times. And then when you start the riff over, you just stay here. So that was done after the 9th time. You just hit the 3, then kill it, and then hit it 3 times. Kill it, and then hit it 4 times. So it's just like that 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just the same thing, 1, 3, and 4, just like the main riff with the 2nd fret there on the low E. All right, now there's a little pause there, then we have this lick. All right, so that is really a series of triplets, but we're going to start real quick with the 16th note. Just hitting the 8th fret twice there on the low E string. Just a quick little down up. And then we start the triplets at the 9th fret. So we have 9 and then 6, 7, 9 on the A. 6, 7, 9 on the D. So with this. And then you go onto the G string and go 6, 8, 9, and then back down 8, 6, and then move it down to the 5th fret there with some vibrato. So after these first 2 16th notes, just think triplets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, from there, we just had this 10, 9 on the D, and then on the A. And the end of this intro here which is just more triplets. We're going to have 12th fret twice on the D, down to 10, and then you just play 12, 10, 9, and then 12, 10, 9 on the A. You hold that and you pick that and then slide down. And then that takes us to the main riff of the song. So let me play through that section real quick for you. It's definitely the trickiest part of the whole song. So let me just play it through it real quick. All right, so that's got some fast cross string picking. So this is gonna be a great alternate picking workout for you. So let's start here. That's gonna be the 2nd fret on the G string twice, down, up, then the 4th fret on the D once, then back to that 2nd fret on the G string. Just straight alternate picking. And then 4, 3, 2 on the D string. Now that 2 is going to be an 8th note, and then that takes us down to the 4th fret on the A string. One more time. Then the second time around, it looks pretty similar, but the second half of it is different. So we start with the same 4 notes, but from there we go to the D string and play 4, 2, still strict alternate picking, and then do the 4, 3, 2 on the A string this time. So 4, 3, 2, kind of hold that A a little bit, then 4 on the A, and then end it with the 2 on the low E. So we have this. So all together for both, nice and slow. And then just repeat. All right, then we're basically going to take the same thing up to the 5th fret. So same strings, same pattern. Except right here, when we basically started that, when we started the pattern over in the first half of the, well, it's stated as 2 patterns. So you play pattern 1, then pattern 2, just up at the 5th fret. Then you play pattern 1 again. But the second time you go to play pattern 2, it's a little bit different here when it kind of turns around to go back and start over. And it looks like this. So that's the same first 4 notes. Here, then it goes 7, 5 on the D, over to 7 on the A. And then it's going to end like this, which is 5th fret on the D, twice, over to 7 on the A, and hit that, hold that now on the 5th fret of the D again, and then hit it on a real quick, back to the 7 on the A. So it was. So we have this. And then it kind of slides down and starts back over with the same riffs. And then we just take that exact same thing I just did there and move it back up to the 5th fret. And this time we don't have any different endings. We just play pattern 1, then pattern 2, then pattern 1, then pattern 2. That's all. All right, and then that takes us to the, what are we at here? We're at the 1 minute and 11 second mark where we have that main melody that comes in. It sounds like this. All right, so that's a lot easier than what we just did. You get to give your picking hand a little bit of a break and do some legato work now. So we're going to start with this melody here in the G string, 8th fret, 8, 9, 11, back down to the 7th fret of the D string. Then you do that 8, 9, 11 again, and then bend up, release, so we have this. And then do that 8, 9, 11 again. Back to the 7 on the D. Up to 9. Kind of resolve it. So we have this so far. And back to the 8, 9, 11. With the bend and release. And then we go back here. All right, so that's just 1, 3, 5 on the B string. And then you do a quick little trill between 3 and 5 on the B string. And when you come back down to 5, just slide it up to 8. And then we go back through those notes again. And then this time we go. You kind of do the trill between 3 and 5. And then slide up to that 8 and continue the trill between 5 and 8. And then repeat. So the first time you do it, you just get to that 8 and hold it. And then the second time, you kind of, when you get to that 8, you're going to trill. Back to the melody. All right, so it just basically repeats the exact same thing here. Now we have kind of like a little jam section that's really just based mostly around a B dominant 7 and a C dominant 7 chord. All right, so first, where is this? What is the time mark for this so you'll know? The 1 minute and 37-second mark. So we're going to do this full bar here at the 7th fret with the 9th fret on the A and the 8th fret on the G. All right, so that's going to give you a B7 chord. And we're going to first play this melody over. It's really a rhythm, not a melody, right? So first we'll just take this chord and we're going to move it from here up to the 8th fret where the rhythm, and then really the rhythm is. And I'm just kind of just. So we can kind of start with a little bit of a burst. And then you're hitting the up beats there. So I'm doing it with upstrokes and kind of killing the chord after that. And then do the same thing off the C. Repeat. All right, so from there, we do this. So that's just a quick little burst down, up, down on that B7. And then you're gonna pick across the 6, 5, and 4 string. Again. Then do that up at the 8th fret. Just once, and then just hit it. So we have this. All right, now we have kind of a muted section where it has this. So I'm just kind of muting the strings and just doing down, up strums and then doing the chord hits in between it. So you just kind of, it's better just kind of do it by ear. Move it up. Pretty simple stuff. One more time. All right, now this next one does kind of a rake thing. It goes. It's It's really all based around just the same 2 chords. So he hits the low notes first, and then kind of rakes across the strings, which is just really just kind of dragging your pick downward across the string. And then you come back and hit the low strings again, and then hit the top string. So we have this. And then he does that again. And then do it up at the C7. All right, here after that we have a little bit of a bass guitar solo. And then Alex Lifeson changes the chords. He goes down to a B suspended 2nd chord with the 5th in the bass. And we have this rhythm. So that's just a full bar at the 2nd fret, and then you're going to be playing the 4th fret on the D and the G. And I do it like this, down, up, down, up, down. So it's kind of a slow down, up. Again. And then up 1 fret to make it a C sus2. That's where Dream Theater got all those chords from. Anyway, so after that comes the guitar solo, which I'm going to take a look at in the next lesson. So we really don't have anything new to the very end here. They go back through that, out of the guitar solo, it goes back into that main riff that we played earlier, and then that same melody. Now, when you hear that melody, again, that little... When he gets through it and he's playing through it the 2nd time in the 2nd half of the song, he's like... Now, what's going on? He's throwing random pinch harmonics in there. So he's playing the same melody notes, but if you don't know what a pinch harmonic is, it basically is the flesh of your thumb hitting at the same time. So basically, they call it a pinch because you can kind of pinch it and the flesh kind of comes around the edge of the pick. And it has to be on a proper node, harmonic node point. I'm getting all technical with you, but it's really done by feel. And if you don't have a lot of knowledge of how to play pinch harmonics, go to guitarlessons365.com. I believe it is in the beginner or intermediate section. It's like harmonics, they call them squealies. Show you how to do all that. You'd be sounding like Zakk Wylde before you know it. All right, now let's just take a look at the very end of the song real quick, where we kind of do a little variation of that main riff, or the intro riff. It's at the 4 minute and 16 second mark, and it's real quick. It sounds like this. All right, so we're gonna play the 3rd fret there on the A string twice, down to the 2 on the low E once, and then back to that 3rd fret 3 times, and back down to the 2, just let that ring. And you're gonna end it with 4-2-0 on the D, over to 2 on the A. All right, so make sure you guys check out that this solo lesson coming up in the next video. I'll see you then.